Yeah, Duval, baby. Let's go! On the line of scrimmage, D-line. Come on! They can't beat us, we communicate now.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games, bro.
This is Jags Wired. Brought to you in part by TIAA Bank, created to serve, built to perform. And by Baptist Health, changing healthcare for good.
Am I pissed? Yes. Am I embarrassed? Yes. I am that. And I'm not speaking for anyone else. You're going to have to tell them, but I promise them that I am going to do a better job. I'm going to work my butt off to get this thing right.
We did ask them, the players, in the locker room following the Jaguars' third consecutive loss. And like their head coach, they were angry, embarrassed, at a loss for words, and ready to do whatever it takes to get a win. Hi everybody, I'm Brian Sexton. Welcome to this edition of Jags Wired. We circled this most recent three-game stretch of the season when the schedule was released in the spring. 3 consecutive games away from Jacksonville, all against AFC South competition, and in the month of November, when the real contenders historically separate themselves from the pretenders. It was clear the NFL schedule makers were challenging the Jaguars, and despite losing Nick Foles for the first half of the season, they began this crucial stretch with a 4-4 record and the promise of getting their quarterback back. Today, they're 4-7, and there are no promises about what lies ahead for players or coaches. Disappointment isn't a strong enough word to describe the mood in Jacksonville as they return home on Sunday. But before we look ahead, let's look back at the game against the Tennessee Titans in this week's Southern Four Dealers Sounds of the Game.
The setting is Music City. The opponent is the most bitter rival, and the stakes are clear. The Jags are trying to stay alive in the hunt for an AFC playoff spot.
Too fast to go! Oh! Hey, turn those 60 minutes, man! 60 minutes of control chaos, man!
Hey, all game, baby. Chaos all game, baby. MJ! Camera time.
Soundbite.
I said we ain't Irish, but we still balling with St. Nick.
We're going to set the tone today, being physical all the way around, inside, outside.
Visualize it all damn day. Let's go, get out, do it. Here we go, down. Going off it now, Scoop, man. Red 80!
This game is built on winning the trenches. If they win the line of scrimmage, they will win this football game and be right back in the playoff hunt.
Let's go defense, we start today. Hey, Tomlin starts now.
They now go left to right with a first down and goal from the 10-yard line of Jacksonville. Under center is Tannehill. Play fake, drops to throw. The ball comes out, he is hit. Ngakoue hit him, knocked the ball out. Now Yannick picks it up. How about that play by Yannick? Ngakoue knocked it out of the hands of Tannehill. Then he recovered it, and the Jags take over.
Nobody in the league is better at getting the ball out than Ngakoue. What a great play by Yannick.
That boy is special.
That was big, man. That was big.
One back set. It is Leonard Fournette. Foles under center. Play fake, dropping the throw. Throws to Fournette out of the backfield. Leonard's got a little bit of running room. Ran through a tackle along the right sideline. Great work by Leonard Fournette all the way into Titans territory at the 46-yard line.
I mean, you got man-to-man coverage. David Long, one of the inside linebackers for the Titans, is assigned to Leonard Fournette. It's a simple swing route, and it's delivered so Fournette can catch it and go, and runs away from Long.
Lambeau 5 out of 6 from 40 plus, 22 of 23 on the year. He kicks it up, and the field goal is good. Josh Lambeau good from 49 yards away, and the Jags are on the board. We've played 30 minutes. It's been a defensive affair you knew it might be. Titans 7, Jags 3.
We already know how this game will go. Be physical, don't let them run it. Boots and scream. Try to hit them with some trick. That's fine. Let's go man up on this one now. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, we got to be hungry. We got to be hungry.
First and goal from the 1-yard line after the penalty. Play fake. Fires to the back of the end zone, and that is a tackle-eligible touchdown.
And
The Jaguars defense, they're worrying about one thing, and that's Derrick Henry on the run game, so they're all coming up. And then Dennis Kelly at that right tight end position just slips right behind him, and he is wide open.
Titans from the 26-yard line. Running play to the left, Derrick Henry into the open field to the 40, 45, into Jaguars territory. Stiff arming Garrett Wilson, still stiff arming. Stays along the left sideline. We've seen that before, folks.
They're playing bad football. There's no way to sugarcoat it. This is the third week in a row that they have got physically outmatched and have given up a bunch of yards to a running back.
Suckup kicks it off. Walker from the 2-yard line to the 15-20. He is hit. The ball comes out. The ball came out. It is still on the ground, and the Titans have recovered it inside the 10-yard line of the Jaguars. And the Titans have a first and goal near the 6-yard line of Jacksonville. They give to Derrick Henry. Lowers his shoulder, gets it to near the goal line. He's into the end zone. That's a touchdown. And this place is going bonkers.
Hey, come on. Let's go. We need to be in 10. So let's get ready. One play at a time. Hey, you got to believe we need some big plays, some big ones now.
Foles drops to throw. Steps up. Fires, middle of the field. That ball is caught by D.D. Westbrook. Went to the ground to catch it. First and goal from the 1-yard line. Inside handoff to Leonard Fournette. Dives for the goal line. Touchdown. Touchdown on a 1-yard run from Leonard Fournette.
Jeff, is that their only second rushing touchdown?
That is only their second rushing touchdown on the season.
Which is remarkable.
Which is amazing.
Touchdown. Hey! We're going for 2. Let's go.
Nick drops to throw. Looks. Fires toward the back of the end zone, and that ball is caught by DJ Chark, and the 2-point conversion is good.
Stay locked in, baby. Stay locked in. We're good.
Running play, Derrick Henry to the right side. Calais was in on that tackle, and the ball came out. I think Avery Jones might have recovered it for Jacksonville. Let's see. Calais knocked it out, and Avery Jones with the recovery. In life for Jacksonville, they take over at their own 44-yard line. Third and goal from the half-yard line. They give to Leonard Fournette, hurdles his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Fournette for 6, and the Jags score again.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Third and a yard from the 3. Play fake. Tannehill rolls right. Looking. He's going to keep it. Ryan Tannehill to the pylon. Touchdown, Tennessee, and they've extended the lead. Tough day and 3 tough days really for Jacksonville. This is the 3rd straight loss within the division.
Well, if you look back, the last 2 weeks, it's one-possession football games at halftime. Second half, you fell apart. You lost by multiple possessions.
Am I pissed? Yes. Am I embarrassed? Yes. I am that. And I'm not speaking for anyone else. You're going to have to tell them, but I promised them that I am going to do a better job. I'm going to work my butt off to get this thing right.
Coming up on Jags Wire.
Woo! Woo! Ah!
The rookie pass rusher let everyone know he was ready to play before Sunday's game. Right along with Josh Allen coming up in Mic'd Up. Plus,
If you don't make the play, now you've prevented everyone else from doing their job.
Jeff Lageman shows us what happens if not everyone does their job on defense. Here's a clue: bad things. That's next in a closer look. All that and more straight ahead on Jags Wire.
I'm gonna fight till the end, till the zero's on the clock, and there's no games left to fight for. So, and I know my guys. We got a lot of guys who are gonna keep fighting. So, as much as it sucks, how frustrated we are, don't expect us to lay down and just quit. We're gonna keep playing ball.
There's no more consistent player on the field or in the locker room than defensive end Calais Campbell. The All-Pro spent a few minutes following the loss in Nashville, working to set the tone for his teammates when they returned to work this week. We're back on Jags Wired. I'm Brian Sexton. It's often tough to see what happens during a play, other than what happens to the ball. You might think one guy messed up, but it was actually another player who set the mistake in motion. Luckily for us, we have Jeff Lageman, who's taking you into the football lab to show how one missed assignment can turn a short gain into a game-breaking touchdown. Here's this week's Closer Look, presented by Baptist Health.
Running play to the left, Derrick Henry into the open field to the 40, 45, into Jaguars territory. Stiff arming Garrett Wilson, still stiff arming. Stays along the left sideline. We've seen that before, folks. And the Titans have extended the lead. That one was 74 yards.
Welcome into the football lab, and the Jaguars defense has allowed 699 yards rushing in the last 3 games. They need to do a better job with their gap defense. Now, there was nothing wrong with the scheme on Derrick Henry's 74-yard touchdown run. 8 men in the box. Everybody's got a gap. And you're bringing Leon Jacobs, the outside linebacker, off the weak side, and then you've got Josh Allen sinking. Now, everybody else is lined up in their gap, all the way across the defense. Where they line up is their gap. The problem begins with Taven Bryan. His alignment, instead of attacking the gap, is attacking the guard, Roger Saffold. So it's at an angle kind of like this. Well, when Roger Saffold steps out, he is now underneath of Roger Saffold. Well, that's Miles Jack's gap. And then he collides with Miles Jack. Miles Jack ends up on the ground. Taven now is underneath, and it's a zone. So when he's underneath, you've got to make the play if you're not in your gap. If you don't make the play, now you've prevented everyone else from doing their job. Now let's jump into the film and see it in action. Now look at the alignment. You see the attack angle? It's towards Roger Saffold. So when Roger Saffold comes out, there's Taven underneath, and he collides with Miles Jack. Miles Jack is going to end up on the ground. But at this point, if you're in the backfield, Taven Bryan out of your gap, you've got to make the play. But Derrick Henry just sloughs him off with a little arm movement. And then he hits the hole with speed. And now nobody else can do their job because one guy is out of his gap. If everybody is doing their jobs, this defense is perfect and there's nowhere to run for Derrick Henry. But he's off to the races instead, all the way to the end zone. Derrick Henry has a great stiff arm at the end as well.
November is Salute to Service Month in the NFL. The Jaguars were all around Jacksonville, and one big-time player made a special visit to NAS Jacksonville, where his presence was a huge hit.
How you doing, man?
Good. How are
Calais,
you, man?
pleasure.
Good to have you. Thanks for coming over,
Mike,
guys.
how you doing? Calais, pleasure. You know, the guys, work really hard to make sure they keep us safe. And, I feel appreciated, very appreciative of just the crew in here and showing us around and welcoming us into their world. What's going on, guys? How we doing? This place way bigger than I thought it was going to be. I was surprised how big the plane was, let alone just some of the, the weaponry that goes on it. How much do they weigh? 645. Squat that. But everything else, this whole plane, the whole system is like way bigger and way different than I thought it would be. But I'm very, very impressed with it.
This is a burrito for a torpedo. Basically, they can pull down, drop the torpedo out of the weapons bay so it has a clear range from the rest of the aircraft before going down and prosecuting a submarine.
I really would like to fly this one day, man. So the simulator was doing way too much. So I was definitely
Yeah, you really just need just a little bit.
seeing like their kind of daily routine and like the training they have to go through. It's pretty intense and pretty impressive. Yeah, I told them I'm ready to go, man. You can just hook me up, I'll take it out. I don't need no torpedoes or nothing, though. I just want to go take it for a spin. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for your service, man. There we go. See, this is a fan, I can tell, man.
Don't believe none of them. I have to fight with them every day.
Yeah.
Oh, you a Jags fan? Yes.
That's right. There we go, man. One more time, man. Yeah. Everybody here I admire. And so like when you get that kind of like support from people who are just like top quality people, and they really like, believe in you and support you, it's pretty dope, One of the guys said he believes it's 6-0 from here on out. I said, I like your style, man. I was trying to go make it happen.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you. Hey, good luck in Tennessee, all right?
Appreciate it, man.
There,
Yes,
all
sir. We're going to rough him up.
Josh Allen was into every part of Sunday's game. Listen in to the rookie defensive end next in Mike Up.
You have to go through trials to build character, and that's what we're doing right now. It's not fun. It's not fun to go out there and get beat like that. It plainly sucks. But that's the situation we're in right now. And we as men, we as people, we as players that care about one another have to keep moving forward, have to keep working.
Quarterback Nick Foles isn't changing his tune. The former Super Bowl MVP understands adversity is part of the game, and overcoming it is how a team defines itself. It wasn't a well-received message on Sunday, but that doesn't make it any less true. Welcome back to Jags Wired. This season isn't turning out like we thought it would, but that doesn't necessarily mean everything is bleak. There are some exciting young players the Jaguars can build around, including the rookie defensive end who enters Sunday's game in Nashville as the NFL's rookie sack leader with 8. He was playing just down the road from his old Kentucky home and ready to go with our microphone in tow. Here's this week's Mic'd Up featuring Josh Allen.
What you mean? What you mean? Come on, man.
Let's have a great day, all right?
Hey, somebody got to get got today, bro. Bring that. Bring all that. We want all that. Come on. Let's go, y'all boys. Woo! Woo! Ah! Hey, I'm Mike, y'all boys. Just to let y'all know, I forgot to tell you, I'm Mike. T-ball, get ball, man. T-ball, get ball. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Is that Wesley? Is that Wesley? Wesley! What's up, Lee? I was really hoping to see Delaney out here, bro. Delaney! Delaney! What's up? You do this in your sleep, bro. That's what you do for a living. Come on, oh! Come on, baby. Let's go, Leonard. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Give me that. Give me that. Come on. Come on, get that first. Yes, sir. Come on, you know me. You know when I get right there, different bees come out, man. Hey, you want to chip me all game? 78 can't block me. Oh, come here, little. Oh, you too little, 37. Oh, come here. Come here. Come here. I'm in that run. We got to get to that quarterback. Hey, now, one. Hey, come on now, buddy. Come on, little buddy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right, we got to make a play right here, y'all. We got to make a play, bro. Got to make a big one, bro.
Play fake, drops the throw. The ball comes out. He is hit. Ngakoue hit him, knocked the ball out. Now Unique picks it up.
Oh! I know. I'm like, then I thought you was gonna run down there. I wouldn't even think. Hey, you felt me pushing you up there? Yeah. Cause I remember you. I was like, you get up there. Cause last time you didn't make that jump, man. Oh yeah, I gotta eat now. I gotta eat now. I gotta eat now. Woo! Hey! I thought I was gonna get that because he had it right here. I'm coming. I see it. I mean, I'd be like this. Come on. Be a dog. Be a dog. Time to go. Time to go. Don't give up, Josh. Keep fighting. Come on. Come on, keep fighting, Josh. Come on. Come on.
Coming up, we'll take one last look at that game against the Titans. That's next.
Let's give him what he wants. Any kind of press comes, they want to walk up and play press. Let's give them what they want.
They're running a lot of these boots. You might be able to feel that thing, you know what I'm saying?
Let's go man up on this one now. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, we got to be hungry. We got to be hungry.
They work all week to devise a plan that takes advantage of their strengths and hopefully of their opponent's weaknesses. Then they spend the entire game keeping the players focused on getting the job done. Welcome back to Jags Wired. I'm Brian Sexton. We all know the playoffs are a far-off land at 4-7, though we've seen it done in Jacksonville before, way back in 1996. Let's forget the P word, as some of those Jaguars called it 24 seasons ago, and see if this team, like that one, can figure out how to win just one game. Once that team got their minds right, the wins followed, and before they knew it, they turned their season from a disaster into one of, if not the most memorable in Jaguars history. Perhaps they can at least leave this season with something positive to build on, and it starts with just one win. We'll see you next week when we look back at the game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Good night, everybody.
Come on, Jan. Come on, Jan. Come on, Jan. Do you not want? Do you not want? Oh, come on, Jan. Come on. Ah!